Moving on, we're now going to talk about love songs, next type of sing. Give us a quick show of hands, anyone in the room in love at the moment? A few drudging people. Something like that went, couple at the back, one guy looked at his wife and went, we're married. Are we in love? Count still. What was it? Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. That means someone's trailing around after a horse's ass. Love obviously makes us act in various different ways. That's why we write love songs, to try and capture those feelings. So I thought I'd just teach you guys everything you need to know to write a good love song. So first of all, you need to choose a nice, loving key. A major key is very nice. A major's lovely. There it is. The love key. Don't use C minor. There it is. That is not a love song, is it? That's just the opening to the Beethoven Sonata in C minor. That doesn't say I love you, does it? It just says, I am going to kill you. Second time in the show I've sung along to Beethoven. I know, it's pathetic. Yeah, a few people got that joke. Good, well done. Now, next off, we need to add the major seventh to our chord to make it sound more loving. That makes it sound from this to this. Yeah, it is quite nice, isn't it? The major seventh there, very important notes. The Catholic Church tried to ban that note. They thought that was the devil's note. They didn't like it at all, which is ridiculous because it's a kind of important note. We're using that note. There it is. By that logic, the Catholic Church could wish happy birthday, but they couldn't say who it was to. It's ridiculous. I mean, by that logic, the Catholic Church would rather have listened to the rappers, the misogynistic, self-obsessed rappers like Eminem, rather than happy birthday, because at least you wouldn't catch them singing the devil's note. It's nonsense. Of course, Eminem could never get that far in the Vatican. If he ever became a cardinal, they'd have to call him his Eminence. Thanks for that. It's a lot of words to get to what is a really cheap punchline, but thanks. And now, this, to me, this does add a mystique to the song. This is the sound of your girlfriend catching sight of some booties in the shop. Ah, booties. Booty, of course, the word that keeps on giving. To women, little knitted shoes. To men, Beyonce's arse. To pirates, treasure. Next, we need in the song something that I call the love chord. It just sounds like this. There it is, love chord. Here it is higher up, love chord. Here it is at the top, love chord. Loving the pixies. Ah. Technically, I think musicians are telling me that's called the dominant 13th, but to me that sounds like an S&M club for goths. So, love chord is what I'm calling it. Finally, all love songs must end with a love ending that just does this. Yeah, and the higher up the song that goes, the women ovulating at that. Blimey! So the higher up the song, the higher up the scale that goes, of course, the more loving the song, the bigger they are, I guess. So technically, the most loving song in the world just sounds like this. Very nice. Didn't get an R that time, obviously. Drew attention to the R-ing. Never mind. We'll see if we can get you back in the mood. Of course, that song didn't have any words, and it's really the words where, as songwriters, we need to start bucking up our ideas. We've got to stop using those ridiculous, cliched heart metaphors. They're unrealistic. They don't even make sense. Now, while I was doing the show in Edinburgh, I found myself at one particular night in hospital, attached to a heart monitor. I got to face what the reality of hearts really are about. Now, don't worry, I was fine. Just had a case of dehydration, but I went to the hospital thinking I was suffering with the symptoms of a heart attack. They took my heart attack, they raised me a possible stroke. It turns out I was just thirsty. But that's the thing, songs about hearts, they're just not realistic. Let's take a Do-Do-Ron-Ron by the Crystals. I met them on a Monday and my heart stood still. Your heart stood still? That's not love, that's instant death. Or Heartbeats. Heartbeats, why do you miss arrhythmia? It's as simple as that, apparently. Even Phil Collins is at it. Two hearts, believing in just one mind. Two hearts, Phil, Time Lord.